Hello everyone, welcome to Webology.in. I am Aakash Biswas and this is Bootstrap tutorial part 2. In part 1 of the Bootstrap series, we have seen what is Bootstrap, what you can do with it and how to use it. In this tutorial, we'll be looking at Bootstrap in more detail, like the structure of Bootstrap, how it is structured, and some other cool features of Bootstrap that you can use in a web designing and web development career to make killer web applications. The Bootstrap grid system. So this is very important to understand. Bootstrap, the Bootstrap framework, the technology is based on the grid system. Okay, grid systems are used for creating page layouts, a series of rows and columns that make your content. So this is your web content. Okay, rows must be placed within a dot container class for proper alignment and padding. So this is also a very important point, the class. Okay, so if you have done HTML, you know what a class is. In Bootstrap, we use classes for giving a proper, effect. Using Bootstrap, we need to make use of classes. So dot container is you can say a command or a markup in Bootstrap. Use rows to create horizontal groups of columns. Okay. The content should be placed within the columns, and only columns may be the immediate children of rows. Okay. Predefined grid classes like .row and .col /x/s/4 are available for making grid layouts. Now, don't worry about all this. What is .col .x/s/4? Okay, it won't make sense to you. So don't bother cracking your head over this. We will get into detail of this. Okay, all you need to remember is that in Bootstrap we use classes to define a property in Bootstrap to our HTML content. Okay, to our HTML element. Okay, and also another important point is to understand the grid system and why Bootstrap specifically uses the grid system. In graphic design and also in web design, a grid structure, especially in 2D dimensional, is made up of a series of intersecting straight lines to structure the content. Okay, it is used to design layout and content in print as well as web design. So that is why Bootstrap uses the grid system, and that is why it's so popular and so remarkably easy to use also. Columns create gutters or gaps between column content via padding. The padding is in rows for the first and the last column with negative margin on .row class. Okay, so again, don't worry about what is .rows and how you're going to create a class. Is it similar to HTML? Is it different? Well, we'll be looking at that. So don't crack your head over that. Okay, just try understand the concept of grid system in Bootstrap. Grid columns are created by specifying the number of columns available you want to span. Okay, so you know how to span a table. Okay, you have seen that in HTML, or span certain columns and rows, etc. And so this is very important. There are 12 columns totally that can be used. So just remember that there are only 12 columns which you can span maximum, but the infinite number of rows. So this is a very important point to remember. Again, I'll put all of this in the description below. If you don't follow this, you kind of doze off and wonder about, please read the description below. Grid options. So this table is very important. Just have a look at it. Okay, again, this one makes sense. If you're a first timer to Bootstrap, this will not make sense. You're just going to get bored of it. I mean, what is all this? What is extra small devices, phone less than 768 pixels, small devices, tablets greater or equal to 768 pixels, medium devices, desktop, etc, etc, etc. So this will be clear once we actually start coding in Bootstrap and making our very own web application, mobile first application. But it is also important to understand what this signifies. So grid behavior, horizontal at all times. So this is very important. Okay, this table to understand what it is. So basically it's saying that if your devices is smaller than 768 pixel, then what you can use is this prefix dot call slash xs slash. So this is a class prefix which we have seen earlier also in the second slide, where it was dot call slash xs slash 4. Okay, now this is for small devices. Extra small devices is also possible. And look at the number of columns for all the devices, be it small or big, is just 12. But the pixels change, okay, for the devices. And the max width also change. And the gutter width, as we have seen. Is it nestable? Yes or no? Okay. Offset? Yes. Column ordering? Yes. Again, I won't go into the detail of this right now because this won't make sense. Once we get to the stage where we'll actually be using this in our web application, that is where it will be interesting to see how it works. Okay. Typography in Bootstrap. So this is also very important component of Bootstrap. How well you use text typography, how well you design your data, your content of text, okay, in Bootstrap will define how well your application is appreciated by the viewer. Bootstrap's global default font size is 14 pixel with a line height of 1.428. Okay, this is applied to the body element and all the paragraph elements in our document. Bootstrap also has some contextual classes that can be used to provide some meaning through colors to text and data. Examples of the classes for text colors are dot text slash muted, dot text primary. So these are the classes, okay? Dot text slash success, dot text slash info, dot text slash warning, and dot text slash danger. Again, these things won't make sense to you unless we see it ourselves when we code, okay? So again, don't try and think how we can use these in our data. Well, we can use and we can make maximum use of it, but that is later. Just try and understand that in Bootstrap it gives you more control over your text, how well you can represent your text, which can be your primary data on your website or your web application. And here, this is another table for the text typography in Bootstrap. Again, this one probably not make so much sense, but if you want to, just go through this list and you can use in your web application. And this will be shown to me in detail when I actually will show you how you can make a Bootstrap application. So these are the classes, and this is the definition of what it does. So dot lead class makes a paragraph stand out. Dot small class indicates smaller text set to 85% of the size of the parent text. Okay, and if it is dot text slash left indicates left aligned text. So etc. Okay. Tables in Bootstrap, again another very important concept in HTML as well as in Bootstrap is tables. You know how you can represent data using tables. A basic Bootstrap table has a light padding and only horizontal dividers. Okay, the dot table class adds a basic styling to a table. The dot table stripped class adds zebra stripes to a table. The dot table border class adds borders on all sides of the table and cells. The dot table hover class adds a hover effect, a gray background color on table rows. Okay, and lastly, the dot table condense class makes the table more compact by cutting cell padding in half. Again, this one makes sense to you because I need to show you in practical how this works, and when you see it, it will become that much more interesting and easy to understand. Contextual classes. Contextual classes can be used to color table rows (TR) or table cells (TD). So this is another table, table that displays the classes that can be used in contextual classes in Bootstrap and its description. Responsive tables in Bootstrap. Now I've told you in the very first tutorial is that Bootstrap is a mobile first responsive framework. Okay, that means that if you make a web application for your PC and that is displayed on your mobile phone, the application that will be displayed, the web page that will be displayed on your mobile phone will automatically be resized according to your mobile device, the resolution. How it does? Well, with responsive tables and responsiveness. So if you have a table and if you use Bootstrap responsive class, then it can make your table responsive. So the .table responsive class creates a responsive table. The table will then scroll horizontally on small devices under 768 pixels. And here is an example, the code of how you can make use of a responsive table in Bootstrap. So you need to use div, okay, the div element, and the class which is table responsive. Then you give another class name to table, which can be anything, and then it becomes responsive. Okay. So that's it, guys, for this tutorial. Hope you guys liked it, and if you do, let me know it in the comment section below. Give a thumbs up if you think this video was useful, and do share this video if you know somebody who's learning HTML, CSS. Recommend them to also learn Bootstrap, and lastly, do subscribe, because if you subscribe, you'll get more notifications when I upload my next video. Thanks for watching.